Welcome everybody, this is Community Connections and I'm Emmajean Woodyard, the Director for the Dearborn Community Fund. We bring you Community Connections. It's all about what's happening in the great city of Dearborn. We're coming up on the month of April and I don't know if you remember, we certainly do on our end, that it is Arts Month in Dearborn. And that's when we focus on all of the wonderful programs, opportunities, artisans, performers that call Dearborn home or come into Dearborn to participate. For example, here at our beautiful Pajeski Gallery is one spot. So we're going to take you through some of the things that will be happening during April Arts Month, particularly for the grand opening on April 6th with the Arty Party. So come with me. We're going to have our wonderful assistant Sasha talk to some of the artists who will be putting things together for April 6th, and we hope that you will join us here at the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center.
Hi everyone, we're here at the Centennial Library in the Spark Lab where we're going to have a really cool demonstration of Burfi. It's an Indian milk fudge. We're here with Rebecca, she's the instructor here for Book and Cook. And we're going to kind of get some more information about the program and talk about what they're going to do at Arty Party for April Arts Month. So I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca. Can you tell us a little bit about the program?
Sure. So Book and Cook is a regular library program. Every other month we do a spice giveaway, and for the current month we're doing cardamom. So we're doing this recipe as a demo in the library for patrons to come see, and then we're going to take it on the road when we visit Arty Party on the 6th of April.
Very cool. And I think you're going to have some spices available at the Arty Party as well?
We will. We're going to have some of spice giveaways with recipes attached. So if you've got spices you may not be familiar with, you have a recipe you can try it out on. So it's all in one, because we have some great resources here at the library right on our website, A to Z Foods, both World Foods and Foods of America. A great way for you to find some new recipes that you want to try. And you can search those by region, by country, by ingredients. And you just need to have a Dearborn Library card in order to use those.
That's awesome. That was going to be my next question, was what do you have to experience this program?
So to come to any of our programs in the Spark Lab or anywhere in the library, we do not ask you to have a library card. If you want to come and use the Spark Lab, we do have open maker hours. That would require having a Dearborn Library card and signing a maker agreement.
Okay. That's not too hard to do, I would assume.
Nope.
And that's a great resource for anybody that lives in the community. So let's jump into this recipe. I see that it's really only a few ingredients, which is really nice, that it's kind of accessible for people to do at home.
It's a really simple recipe. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to need a cup of milk powder, the powdered milk, and just put that in your pan. Half a cup of whole milk. So then you're going to need also a half a cup of regular granulated sugar, white sugar. Then we are going to give this a little stir first to make sure all of our early ingredients are kind of blended. We are then going to add a quarter cup of the ghee. At room temperature, it will be pretty liquefied. You might have to, when you're doing it at home, it should be more solid, and you'll probably have to pack it into your measuring cup so that you don't have any air pockets. I've always referred to cooking as an art, although this is a little more scientific cooking because it's a candy base. When I say cooking as an art, you don't have to do exact measurements necessarily. You can have a little bit of, try little flavors. This is actually a little altered from the recipe that's in the database. The original recipe suggests pistachio nuts chopped, and instead we'll be using apricots today. One, then you don't have to worry about your nut allergies, and it keeps with this little bit of a sweet flavor to it. Love dried apricots.
Yeah, I've heard the term cooking with your heart.
Definitely, definitely. So then what you'll do is you'll turn on the burner, and at low heat you will stir your mixture until it melts. All the ghee is well melted and well incorporated into your mix. Then you're going to cook for about 20 minutes until it gets thickened. So when it starts out, it's kind of, mushy, and eventually, especially when you melt it with the heat, it does become a very wet. So you're going to cook it until it gets dry. You don't want to overcook it. If it starts to get clumpy or starts to stick to the bottom, you're going to have what they call a tough fudge, and it's going to be very not tasty. Once it's all melted and has thickened, that is when you will add your 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom and your apricots. And once those are stirred in, you will then put it in just a small pan, and then it goes in the fridge for an hour to 2 hours to firm up.
Okay, that's not long at all.
Not at all. But it is obviously not a do right before dinner kind of thing. And then you serve it, you cut it up and serve it as a dessert. You shouldn't be serving large pieces because it is very rich and very sweet. So it ends up with a spicy taste. A lot of folks here in Dearborn are very familiar with cardamom being added to Yemeni coffee. So it's that same kind of warm, spicy flavor that you get in the fudge. So that sets off the sweet, so it's not quite as sweet. Otherwise, it is a very sweet dish.
Ooh, I'm so excited to try this on April 6th. I'm so glad you guys are bringing samples of your demonstration.
I'm very excited. This is, like I said, the first time we're going to take this out on the road, so I'm really looking forward to doing a little cooking in public.
There's some other culinary arts that are going on during the day too. You know, we'll have some displays of Ukrainian wedding bread, which is just this ornate, you know, braided bread with all these really cool decorations on it. And we have some community groups as well, some of the culinary arts programs in Dearborn that'll be joining us as well.
Excellent. I'm going to have to sneak off from my table and try out some of their dishes.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Rebecca. I really appreciate the time, letting us into your Book and Cook kitchen and checking out your awesome cart.
Thanks, Sasha. I'm really glad to join, and I'm really looking forward to being at Arty Party.
Yeah. So we are here at the Pajeski Gallery inside the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center. Our current show is coming down soon, and we're going to get ready for April Arts Month, where we will be having the display of the Dearborn Public Schools Citywide Art Show. So that's going to be really fun. There's going to be 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, and fun little games that you and your family can follow through with the Art and Seek kind of a game. I want to introduce our guest here in the gallery. His name's Evan Condron. He is a Dearborn educator. And he's got a lot going on for April Arts Month this year for the Arty Party. So I'm really excited to have him and Kayla Ranella Stafford, who's the co-curator for our tentative mini market during the April Arty Party, on our planning team this year, because I don't think I could have done it without them. So Evan, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And we're going to first talk about the market. So I know that we've got lots of vendors on the lineup. Can you tell us a little bit about what people are going to see when they come?
Yeah, so far we've confirmed about 20 vendors. We have everyone from visual artists, painters, sculptors, ceramics artists, printmakers, photographers. We also have some clothing designers. We've got a wide range, a huge variety of family-friendly artwork available for the audience to come in and purchase, just to take a look around and see what is going on in their local arts community as well.
That's a lot of different items that, you know, make great souvenirs for people, just to remember the experience that you have in the center. I'm excited about the clothing, really interested in seeing the printmaking, and I know that we'll have a couple different demonstrators as well, so people will be kind of doing their craft at their tables, along with some bigger demonstrations. You know, we will have silversmiths, artists, flame workers, we'll have paper makers. We'll have a lot of stuff going on for people to view and to purchase. And I really want to talk about kind of the hands-on activities that we'll be doing that day as well. So Evan, being an art educator, he's going to be bringing a really amazing drawing workshop to the center. It kicks off in April. So in order to highlight that, we're actually going to have a hands-on drawing activity led by Evan here for Arty Party. So you can come kind of get a feel for what the classes will be if you choose to register for them. So can you tell us a little bit about the classes?
Yeah, so all of my classes each month, we're going to approach a different concept in drawing, from still life to abstract drawing to figure drawing, landscape, all sorts of different approaches to drawing and art making. So at the Arty Party, we're going to have 3 stations set up. So we'll have a still life station, an abstract drawing and mark making station, and then we will also have a figure model who we should be able to have posing for about an hour for participants to come up and draw. So I'll have some supplies available. It will be open to anyone in the public. Anyone can participate, all ages. The workshops are for ages 14 and up, but at the Arty Party, we're going to have that open to anyone who wants to participate.
Yeah, so we will be taking registrations the day of the Arty Party. We'll have a registration table where you can kind of peruse the April Arts workshops that we have going on, because we have a pretty good list of different things that we're going to be doing specifically for April, but also the workshops that'll continue on after April Arts Month. So we're really excited to get all of that programming kicked off and introduce it to you guys while you're here viewing all the cool things that are going on. Now, what kind of talent level do you need to have to come into your drawing lessons?
So the way I teach these workshops is very open-ended, so you can come in with any level of talent. We have it 14 and up just so that we know our participants have a little bit of experience working with art making materials. But for the most part, you can come in at any level you are with any of the drawing materials you usually use, and I will be on site for those 3 hours to kind of assist and jump in and help our participants in whatever way they need. So it's kind of a meet you where you're at type of a workshop.
That's perfect. I think that's exactly what we need in the community right now, because we have so many different levels of talent and so many different people that are looking to continue on their education outside of school or even after they've graduated or getting back into it after they retire. That's always an option as well. I think we have a very serious need for arts programming, and I really appreciate you bringing your instructional talents to us.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to be a part of the Dearborn arts community now as an educator here, and now kind of working with your center and providing these workshops in the vendor market. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the vendor market. You'll find me at the drawing workshops with some charcoal all over my face. I'm really excited to kind of get hands-on with this.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm really excited as well.
Yeah, thank you, Evan.
Well, Sasha, there's just so much going on during Arts Month. You know, how about we do a recap of everything that's going to happen, just to remind everybody?
Oh, absolutely. You know, April Arts Month is a month-long celebration, but we have several special events that are going on. So to remind everyone, we're kicking off April Arts Month with the Arty Party. It's going to be here at the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center.
What a great place to do a party,
Oh,
too.
I know. There's just so much space, and it's beautiful. The lobby is beautiful. So we will actually be having demonstrations, community tables, live painters, all on the lobby. We've got Evan and Kayla's great market that they've curated up on the mezzanine. And then we're also going to have a plethora of culinary arts to be included, which, you know, encompasses our demonstration that we've seen earlier from Rebecca at the library, to Ukrainian wedding bread, to candied sweets. I mean, it's really going to be, you know, there's going to be something for everyone as far as visual and culinary arts. And then we haven't even gotten to talk about the performing arts that are going on.
You know, I was just going to say that. We didn't mention Studio A. I mean, how lucky are we to have Studio A?
Oh, absolutely. To have a black box theater right here in our community center is, I mean, no, I can't think of any other center that is so encompassing for and great for the arts. So in Studio A, we're actually going to start off with a film screening, a short film screening. And then after a short intermission, we're going to switch to spoken word artists for a duration of about 45 minutes. So poetry, prose, story reading, to really kind of get you in a, you know, an energetic mood and the beauty of spoken word. Then we're going to switch over to some musical performances. So we have a variety of musical performances. I really want to mention our headliner, our finale act, Elsbeth Tremblay and her band. They're going to kind of be the grand finale for the night. We will have, you know, beverages and things like that, so you can get really in the mood to experience a big performance.
I think you'll go out of here overwhelmed, and I'm really excited because the performing arts are usually the hardest part to pull together, and it's really going to happen. So music, art, performance, it's all going to be here, all in 4 hours.
All within 4 hours.
April 6th?
April 6th from 4 to 8.
4 to 8. Well, are you out of breath yet? We got a lot going on in April, especially starting on April 6th with Arty Party, on April 20th with the introduction of the Detroit Institute of Art's Inside Out Art all through town, and ending with the Mayor's Arts Awards on April 30th at the Arab American National Museum. So I know I'm out of breath just thinking about it. So put it on your calendar, come join us. And we couldn't do any of this without the support of the City of Dearborn and our Parks and Recreation Department, our Economic Development Department, and our wonderful sponsors, Dearborn Federal Savings Bank, Keller Williams Realty, and Ameriprise Financial, Mr. Jim Thorpe. We thank all of them for their support, and come join us.